Hey folks, we're back and we're at Circuit World here in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and I'm here with the All-Star panel, Rick and Bruce. Now we're going to jump to Pompeo, but before we do, I've just trying to get my head around. I'm reading an article that just come out during the break. Actually, it came out at 8:25 this morning, but I hadn't had time to look at it. Where in response to Comey's memo, congressional committee chairs Devin Nunes of California, Bob Goodlatte of Virginia, and Trey Gowdy of South Carolina, all Republicans, fired off a scathing rebuke in which they made it abundantly clear that the Mueller investigation, now listen to this close, is a farce based on yet another example of the FBI using flimsy document to launch a politically motivated investigation. I tell you where I'm at, you know, I get to horse around having fun, but we have a dossier that is not confirmed, that is a piece of garbage.
The Steele dossier.
Yes, that went to the FISA court to get a warrant. We have these flimsy memos from Comey concerning his meeting with the President of the United States. And this compelled Rod Rosenstein to appoint a special prosecutor. And I'm at a loss. Who the hell let this happen? You know the answer? Rhetorical? Republicans let it happen.
Yeah.
They could have just stood their ground and said no special prosecutor.
No, but it was every day you'd hear some Democrat stand up and say, we need a special cut. We've got to.
All right, here's the day. Here's the day Donald Trump fired James Comey. Okay, here's Comey. Now we're this far away from the day Donald Trump fired James Comey, which is the catalyst, which is the trigger that everybody came out and said, "Oh my God, our democracy, we must now have a special counsel." But today, where we're at, we have more reason now to believe that Donald Trump did the right thing in firing him, correct?
Absolutely.
Right?
Should have been fired by Obama.
Is that the trigger, that the mechanism that finalized, let's get the special counsel?
Yep.
Right?
I do.
And here we are with Special Counsel Mueller. It's the Republicans' fault. Rudy Giuliani was brought in, okay? My hope, as an American that loves the Republic for which it stands, okay? You always mess me up when I'm on a roll. My hope is we're here, and Rudy Giuliani has been brought in because he knows how to prosecute, and we're getting ready to go here. So I hope, here's what I hope, in 2 weeks it gets wrapped up, week 3. I hope about 4 weeks from now we're going through a confirmation process as Rudy Giuliani is the new Attorney General, and Big Ears, what's his name?
Which one?
Sessions, thank you. Sessions is back. Beauregard, Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions is back in Alabama somewhere eating Church's fried chicken after Sunday church. That was wrong, wasn't it?
White gravy.
Was that wrong?
You were way bad.
Bad. What say you? What say you?
Well, you know what?
You say Giuliani?
I didn't even think about that.
Huh?
That's a left field shot. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Left field shot.
Yeah.
Call it a right field shot.
Right field shot.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I lead the league on going out on a limb.
But Pompeo is going to be one of the few secretaries of state that's not going to be confirmed by the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
You think
all 12 Democrats and Rand Paul are going to vote against him?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
No, it's going to happen.
Rand Paul. I don't know about Rand Paul.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter because.
But the rules of the Senate.
They're going to take him to confirmation anyway.
All right.
You know,
so
they had a nice long meeting.
The committee sends him out. Approved.
No.
I disagree with you on Rand Paul. I mean, you might be dead right, but you know they had a 2.5 hour meeting after.
Pompeo?
Yeah,
Pompeo and them.
Rand Paul, just the two of them.
And Trump came out and said, Rand Paul's a good guy. Trump threw out, look, if Rand's got an opposition, he's proved to me that, President Trump does not really go after Rand Paul. He will voice his concerns with him not being on board with something. But he doesn't go. Rand Paul's one guy Donald Trump doesn't go after because there's something about Rand Paul that Donald Trump likes. Okay, and he said Rand Paul's a special guy, good guy. And Pompeo went to me. So all right, so
let's finish up the rabbit hole with Rosenstein real quickly before we go to Pompeo.
Right. That's right. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Bruce brought up the other day Barsoomian.
Lisa.
Who is Barsoomian? Lisa Barsoomian, U.S. attorney that graduated from Georgetown Law, protege of James Comey and Robert Mueller. Barsoomian, Rosenstein's wife, and her boss, Craig Lawrence, represented Bill Clinton in '98. They also represented Mueller 3 times, Comey 5 times, Obama 45 times, Sebelius 56 times.
Kathleen
Sebelius.
Bill Clinton 40 times, Hillary 17 times between '98 and 2017. So, okay, the memo goes on. It's been fact-checked. You may be saying to yourself, okay, who cares? Who cares about the work history of Barsoomian woman, Rosenstein's wife? Apparently someone does. Someone out there cares so much. All of her court documents for the Clinton representations have been purged from the D.C. district. Everything on the internet information pertaining to her has also been purged. Historically, this indicates the individual is, excuse me, it's choking me up to say this, a protective CIA operative.
CIA operative.
Additionally, Barsoomian is specialized in opposing Freedom of Information Act's requests on behalf of the intelligence community. Folks, you can't tell me that some of this stuff didn't rub off on the old hubby, Rosenstein, who appointed a special counsel to take care of her protege, Mueller, Comey.
All their careers are interlinked. And
we're all in agreement. We're all in agreement. There's a deep state. Now, due to time constraints, we'll boil this down. I think the 2 worst areas to me are the State Department, aka Hillary Clinton in the past. Okay, the State Department and the Department of Justice, aka also known as Eric Holder's old home. Okay, so I think the Department of Justice
and Loretta Lynch
and the State Department
are
the 2 areas that the swamp is the deepest. We'll call it that. Okay, we do know there's the Department of Veteran Affairs. We do know there's the IRS. We have a lot more swamp, but the
environment,
the deepest swamp, EPA. Well, EPA is over there, and what's his name, Pruitt, is working right away on it,
and that's why who's getting hammered the hardest? Pruitt.
Right. So my opinion is you have Mike Pompeo coming into the State Department, and that is Swamp 1 that's getting changed.
Maybe.
You have second, Swamp 2, Department of Justice, will be Rudy Giuliani. So my prediction is you're looking at in the next 6 weeks a State Department with Mike Pompeo and a Department of Justice with Rudy Giuliani. Mount Rushmore, get the chisel out. Okay.
You're talking about Gutfeld on the
I
five,
loved it.
Right?
He's awesome, but he just had a moment there that he was rolling. Right? Did you order the therapy llamas?
The therapy llamas, the Peruvian therapy llamas are coming, by the way.
Good.
Peruvian
no
therapy
more drama. See my llama.
Okay. Now, so you don't think Pompeo will be?
The committee will not, approve him or confirm him, even with 2 or 3 of the Democrats who voted for him for CIA director.
Like 93 to 1.
They're going to turn their votes.
Do you think he will be Secretary of State?
Yeah, because I think McConnell will bring him to the Senate for a full confirmation vote, irregardless.
You think he'll be Secretary?
You can do that.
Yeah, I do.
I do. Do you think there was anything
He'll be at
wrong?
least Secretary of State for 245 days if he's not confirmed.
Right. Yeah. Do you think there was anything wrong with his advanced trip to North Korea?
No, it's everything right. All the talking heads have been moaning for like years and years. We haven't been able to make any diplomatic headway with North Korea. Well,
Madeleine Albright, what did she bring? Plastic flowers from Walmart?
Yeah, they got down the bottom of the plane. They got them the plastic flowers from Walmart, and Go ahead.
He says, I can get these from across the border. I don't need you to bring them to me.
Right. So you think it was the right thing to do, the advance?
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to have an advanced team that comes in and sets the ground rules.
What do they call it? Have you paid attention to the narrative with all the left media, even Congress? You have Menendez, you have Pencil Neck Geek, you've got others running out, the Democrats in front of the camera. Why, he was just in front of us, and he didn't tell us anything.
Oh my gosh, you could keep a secret. What a concept.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. So, you know.
Oh, it wasn't leaked.
But the narrative, and I say it jokingly, but it's so true if you're paying attention, is like he parachuted in the dark of night, met with this guy in a undisclosed location, and
maybe they met on the bullet train. What do you think?
But no, here's the thing: is
So who do you go in with? Chuck Norris or Steven Seagal?
Exactly. Who took him in? Like Jack Bauer? So I'm thinking to myself, when are they going to come out? Because there will be a time, after the meetings are over, there will be a time that we know. Pompeo went with a team, guaranteed, an advanced team. I guarantee it when it's done because he's the presumptive Secretary of State. When it's done, he went with lower level Secretary of State. You got to have a Secretary of State go first. The State Department.
Well, the CIA guy could have gone with a CIA team.
So, but I'd say some lower level Secretary of State people that need to be in on the loop.
State Department people.
State Department people need to be in on the loop. I would say there was a team went. Period. We're not hearing that, but we both know there was a team went. I would say when he got over there, because I like Pompeo and I like his style. Do you remember 6 weeks ago or whatever, Chris Wallace, Pompeo's on there, and Chris Wallace asked him if Rocket Man was crazy, and he went into, not the details, but he went into the details of how the CIA does a profile.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah, I sure do.
He does
it was a Sunday morning show when he had him on.
Did it.
First guest.
The CIA does a profile that they have laid out, much like an orange folder, that they lay out for the President of the United States. Hey, this guy eats at this time in the morning. I mean, they know what time. So I think Pompeo went over there and said, look, we know what you're eating in the morning. We know how, we know you put your sock on your right foot first. And I think he probably scared the daylights out of this guy what he knows.
Exactly.
You believe it?
Yeah.
We know the bullet train does 17.5 mile an hour. We do know it's a bullet train, not because it's fast, because we can't pierce it with a bullet.
Are we talking about the Kimchi Express here?
Yeah, the Kimchi. How long you been holding the Kimchi Express? How long you been holding that? He's been waiting for that perfect time. Yes, the Kimchi Express. But we do know it's not. It can't handle my rocket launcher that I have in the car.
Sitting off the coast.
I think Pompeo goes over and diplomatically lays out, look, we could. We're not those kind of people. You want to believe that we just want to take you out. Look, we could have already done that. You believe that?
Yeah. And he probably sat there and he said, you really want us on your side. You don't want to be an adversary.
Exactly. We can help
And
you
here's
out.
why.
We can get you colored shirts from the boys section. Now
That would be the Portly Boys section.
we have a thing called Granimals.
Get some bowling shirts,
Mel. Bowling shirt says Mel's coolest thing right now. Okay.
You think he took Rodman over there with him?
No, stop.
Dennis? Do you think he took Dennis with him?
I've got some serious things we got to talk about.
Okay.
So, anyhow, now Trump says if it's not beneficial, if he doesn't see anything fruitful, he'll get up and respectfully leave. He said respectfully leave. Yeah. The media's going nuts. Reagan met with Gorbachev how many times? And we'll call it respectfully leave. Reagan noticed he was not going to get what he wanted with Gorbachev. And he looked at the guy who left him and said, what time do we have to leave to get home for dinner? It's a true story. He told Gorbachev, he said, I'm going home for dinner. And he got up and left the Reykjavik.
I'm out of here.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and you have to put this in context. Remember, a mere 3-4 months ago, Trump's going to lead us in a nuclear war with North Korea. He's calling him Rocket Man. He's, very disgraceful and rude to this guy. And here we are now going to have a sit-down talk with him. You just can't swallow it.
Hey, listen, man, I want to be there because I really think that everybody gets so the intellectuals out there and the talking heads and the think tanks. And I really think when they sit down, Trump's going to say, "What'd you think when I called you Rocket Man? Yeah, what'd you think when I called you an orange Oompa Loompa?" That's what I think. I think they will say that.
Orange Oompa Loompa.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Sure that wasn't Chalupa?
Chalupa. Okay, moving right along.
Okay.
It is time. Bruce, what do you have in the orange folder? What do you have for us today?
We wrapping up here.
Oh, so wait a minute. No. I think Trump will bring home, my prediction, the three. A lot of people don't realize. They say, what will he achieve? What will he get out of this? I believe he will bring home the 3 Korean Americans in captivity in North Korea, and they actually will live productive lives, not like Otto Warmbier that Trump did bring home, still alive and breathing, only really to be buried in Ohio. That I'm going to step out there, that Obama's administration was too worried about running cover for Hillary Clinton and all the crimes they were involved in to worry about this kid in North Korea, that they played a part in, maybe manslaughter.
And don't think for a minute that didn't come up when Pompeo was over there.
Oh, God, yes.
I mean, I guarantee you he set the stage for that.
And Trump's going to look him in the eye, and he's going to say Otto Warmbier, and he was the other day. So
we got some artillery shells with Otto Warmbier's name on them.
Right.
Just for you.
Exactly. We wrote Otto on this rocket here.
Big Otto.
Exactly.
Otto. All right. Happy birthday, because here comes Otto. That's exactly right. I'm telling you. Now, Trump takes that serious. I predict he will bring them home.
Yep. I do too.
Predict it?
Yep.
That will be a success.
I hope so.
We had a lot of predictions this morning.
Do you think we'll have success in North Korea with Donald Trump? Because he met with the president of Japan. I think he's laid all this out.
We've already had success with North Korea with Trump. Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah, they're meeting with the South Koreans. That's success in and of itself.
Economy's doing well. Success with them. I'd say it's time to get the chisel
What
out.
U.S. politician has been in North Korea in the last 30 years?
Just get to the phone. Don't get me, Sacha. I have to. Sorry for my abrupt.
Loser. Here comes the bets of the week.
Loser. The Cuban people. Raul Castro stepped down as president, and they brought this guy, Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel Bermudez.
That's why we bring him.
I know.
He's a figurehead.
He can roll his R's.
The Communist Party rules Cuba, and Raul Castro is still, the leader of the Communist Party. Nothing's changed.
Really quickly, you bring that in, and it's great that you brought that in because because they did not want you to see it in the media, did you see President Trump's small business?
Oh, it was. I was moved
Miami.
I was moved to tears.
Miami.
I really was. Yes.
Yes.
That was great.
It was.
Hialeah.
Right. Go ahead.
And my winner is Israel. Happy 70th birthday.
All right.
What's that?
My loser is Fresno State.
Fresno State.
Fresno State is losing donors left and right. The Republicans are closing their checkbooks to Fresno State for the absolutely reprehensible comments that were made by one of their professors, an English professor, and I'm even going to grace the airwaves with her name, but she talked about Barbara Bush being that she was glad the witch was dead. Fresno State, you got to fire that woman. That's my loser of the week.
Okay, my winner is me.
Yeah, we even heard from JR on that one. Did you hear all the groans?
On the road again.
If you give me a chance, I am the winner this morning because I'm going to tell you something. It is just words can't describe having such great friends like these two guys here. That when I had something come up personal with family, my dad's very sick. I needed to make an emergency trip to South Florida. We want to bring the show live. Called Rick up. Rick gets in from California, middle of the night, doesn't get home till early morning, gets to the office at 7, somehow found Burlap at a Dunkin' Donuts getting a coffee, brings him in, okay, and the two of these guys did an outstanding job, and that's how I'm the winner because I have these great friends. They're going to be filling in. By popular demand, they're going to be doing some fill-in spots from time to time because they're a lot of fun, but they bring great information. I appreciate you guys very much for what you did.
Thank you, sir.
We're starting our new sports show, Instant Replay with Dave Gardner. Now, Dave is back at the studio, and he's working on this. It's going to be a 1-hour show. He's going to take just a minute here to tell you about it. So, Dave, tell us about this new show coming up, Instant Replay.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Yeah, we are gearing up for an exciting new program that's going to follow your show, in fact, on Mondays, live at 10 a.m. right here inside the FYNTV.com studio. Sorry I couldn't be with you this morning live in person, but we are getting things ready to roll. Very busy trying to get this show lined up, so we're inside the studio right now and looking forward to it. Again, Team FYN Sports, very honored to be part of it. As you know, we promote and highlight student-athletes in a positive way, and if it happens in North Georgia, we're all over. We're going to be covering football, baseball, basketball, track, soccer, golf, tennis, you name it, a little bit of everything, plus a touch of regional and national sports as well. So I want to encourage folks watching your show right now to tune into mine Mondays, 10 a.m. live right here as part of the Team FYN Sports Instant Replay, seen right here on FYNTV.com. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, we're really looking forward to that show Monday, every Monday at 10 a.m. live right after my show, Instant Replay, the only live sports show in North Georgia online every Monday at 10 a.m. Dave Garner, thank you very much. Don't forget, tomorrow at 11, find us on Facebook, YouTube, find us everywhere, Instagram, fetchernews.com, FYNTV. I will be moderating a debate tomorrow between all of the candidates for the Georgia Insurance and Fire Safety. A lot of people are Safety Fire Commissioner of the state. A lot of people miss that second part. They just say state insurance. So arson, everything. So I am going to be doing that at 11 o'clock on FYN TV. I'm going to be moderating that debate over in Gainesville. So don't forget that. Right after, thank you guys. Right after these messages, it's time for the Humane Society of Blue Ridge Pet of the Week.